She's like, oh, hey, Lee, I'm here and all that. Like, how are you? And I was like, 10 times better now that you're here. And I didn't mean it in a flirty way. I just meant it as in like don't fuck you're here because I don't want to do you. Right? But she took it in the way of like I was being flirty. She's like, oh, Lee, I've actually got a husband. And I don't think and I was like, no, I didn't mean it.
Cringe.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. All I did.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Morokai with 2 Eyes. We are back. We're on every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. Man, I want to talk about snitches.
Snitches. Wow, yeah, okay.
I've got
Those dirty snakes.
I got a good story for you. I won't reveal who it is, but I know someone who they've hired someone new. Okay. So I'd love to go into workplace dramas and again, snitches.
Yeah.
I just want to dive on in. So they've hired this person, all right, and she's come in, and it's hard to get quality staff these days.
Most definitely.
Everyone is very aware the quality is very low tier. To get someone who wants to work hard,
put in the hours, put in the work.
It is a dime in the dozen. She thought she found that person. She's like, fantastic. Turns out it's one of those ones who just interview very well. Like they're on game day. They are.
Yep, switched on. They're ready to play ball.
Yep, and then
they never rock up to training.
Yeah. Well, they come in, or you just go, oh, what have I done?
Yeah, right.
So she's part of a very small team, very small team. So it's close knit.
Yeah, like a family.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. And
maybe not.
No, well, they're close.
Yeah,
okay. they're close. So anyway, she thought everything's rocking and rolling. She's like, this is great. And get a message from her. It's like, oh yeah, this new girl's awesome. Like, oh, we spoke for a few hours. It's great. And then a couple of weird things started happening.
Ooh,
I shit you not. She tells me, she's like, so I got a message from the new girl today. She took a photo of one of the employees sitting down in the warehouse and snitched on her saying, hey, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I just saw such and such sitting down. I don't think it's a good look. It's kind of lazy. I just thought I'd let you know. Day one.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I
don't like that.
I hated it. I didn't cringe. I had a hot, fiery ball of anger.
Yeah, you don't do that.
And the worker she's talking about, it definitely wasn't lazy. She was doing work, but she was just sitting down. Like, so she's gone out to the warehouse or maybe lunchroom, is doing the work she's meant to be doing, but she's just sitting. And this girl has snitched on her day one. And
that just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. I don't like that.
I was like, you can't be taking pictures of staff on the
without
cameras
their permission.
And then sending it to the So she didn't know what to do. So she didn't reply because obviously it's just weird. Like, it's just a weird scenario. And I'm like, snitching. Snitch and snitch.
You dirty little snitch.
You dirty little snitch. And then more things came out where she's asked her, I think everyone knows when they work in a supermarket, you work on the iPad and there's product knowledge, there's whole heaps of modules you got to do. They're not fun, but you got to do them.
Yeah.
The team's asked her to do it multiple times.
Yeah.
She said, no, I know everything.
But
Day 2. This is day 2. No, I don't need to. Yeah, I know, but no, this is like a procedure.
It's a policy.
Yeah, it's you got to do it. No, I'm not doing it. They're a team of 6, right? Team of 6. Day 2 after she does that, I just wanted to let you know, like, after working with like some of the staff, I just don't think like some of what they're saying behind your back is appropriate. Like, just as like a manager, I don't like what they say behind your back. This is day 2. She knows all of her staff 10 times better than this bitch.
Oh, he's calling her out as well.
And yet she has the nerve to do that.
And start some workplace drama.
And it brought me back to some, and I wanted to talk about it with you. Like, now you're out of your supermarket, I'm out of my supermarket. I'm like, let's bring up some of the dramas, mate, that we've had. Like, some of the people that are like snitching. just being little.
Mate, there's so many.
Yeah, there is.
There's so many.
And everyone has their workplace dramas where it's like school. You look at your roster and you go and you go, oh, sweet, I'm working with Kennedy, working with Connor. Oh, I'm working with Jillian.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We hate Jillian.
Fuck. We hate Jillian.
Yeah.
We hate Jillian. So I was just curious. I'm like, all right, let's have a bit of a think tank moment and go back to some of the moments where we...
I know for one, the first thing as soon as you said that, I remember we finished work.
Yep.
I don't know why either. One of the boys just like grabbed like a dozen eggs and just as soon as we got out the back door, like right near the dumpsters, he just started throwing eggs just like randomly.
At what?
Just like at like the other staff that were finishing that night. He was just like throwing eggs and stuff. So obviously there's broken eggs everywhere. The store manager comes to work the next day because we're all like, oh, like we'll just know.
I would be furious if I got hit with an egg on the way to my...
Yeah, who wouldn't? But we're all like, oh, we won't say a word. Like just like don't say anything sort of thing. The junior manager that night was in early the next morning and obviously got questioned by the store manager about it. The next Monday comes around, so like that core group, which I was part of. I didn't throw the eggs. I got one thrown at me. I missed, thankfully. Like it missed me, sorry, thankfully. I just remember we get called into like this office thing.
Yep.
And the store manager, he's just like, right, so junior manager told me what happened on the and we're all like looking at the junior manager like, you bitch.
Oh, he called him out?
You fucking called her out. She caved. She crumbled under the pressure. Because she's a goody two-shoes. She's like, no, I'm going to tell her. I swear I won't.
Did she shit herself?
And all that. Well, she looked at all of us and we were furious. And you could just tell her face was like, oh, I fucked up. Like,
well, she wouldn't have expected to
genuinely lost the respect. None of us wanted to work under her, man. As soon as that happened, we're like, no, fuck you. Like, we're not saying a word. We're not doing anything for you. People just didn't work nowhere near as hard for her and stuff like that. Like, that's the first instance that I can think of.
It makes a difference. You don't want to work hard for people.
But a lot of the stuff in the workplace is always just like, oh, it's just rumour filled.
Yeah.
And all that. It's like, oh, did you hear that Lee went out on the weekend and like he tried to like kiss blah, blah, blah from the deli section and all that? Like, no, but I'm just for example, like this is like a thing like that will happen. And then like they'll like tell the person in the deli and it's like, oh, no, this didn't happen. But I heard that he tried to get with someone in like the produce department and it just spreads like a wildfire. And they're like, mate, there was a rumour about me that I was banging someone in the cool room. First off, it's cold as in there.
I was about to say, performance-wise, you're not going to be doing your best in the cold room.
It's cold as in there. Secondly, I wouldn't have had a clue what I was doing anyway. Yeah. Thirdly, the chick that I apparently was doing this with was also currently going out with the guy that was like the assistant manager at the time.
Then why'd you do her in the cool room?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when the hell? When this? Can someone tell me when this happened? Because I definitely have no recollection. This is news to me.
Oh my God, that is so
It's
funny.
just dumb shit like that. Like, seriously, for those who have worked in a certain, like, you would all have these stupid stories.
They would, yeah.
Like,
and it's worse when you've got someone who creates drama in those small knit groups. Like when you do only have 6 people working for you.
Oh, it's the worst.
It just creates so much drama and a really bad culture. And it's just, it's not what you want in any way. But I was thinking of some of the times where what I always thought was interesting was obviously, let's say you had your store manager, your assistant manager, and then maybe a deputy manager who covers some shifts, and then everyone else, whatever job roles they've got, the lower end. Lower end and deputy usually talk
I feel like it's a very
close-knit
close-knit group, that group.
Assistant manager, usually they're very well behaved because they want their top job.
They do.
In most cases, right? You will not hear the store manager talk shit, but when you do, it's very interesting because you're like, oh, you shouldn't be saying that. You're not allowed.
It's a bit risky.
I wouldn't be saying that if I was you. I'm going to tell them.
It's a bit risky.
It's really risky.
So
it is.
Yeah, no, there's stories, the store manager and me, like there was so many times where, like, you just have like that one stop that just genuinely sucks at their job.
They do.
Or like those few that it's just like they're always sick or whatever. So like as soon as like it's like the store manager will be like, oh, guess what, Lee? Guess he's not here today. Yeah, that's right. They're sick again. And like then he just like go in about like them being sick.
Oh,
and you just like have like a laugh where it's like, this definitely can't leave. Like
100%. Though I would rather someone who's bad at their job than the person that always calls in sick. There's someone I know in my life who she calls in sick like every third day.
Oh, it's
and
just frustrating.
It pisses me off. I'm like,
it's more of a workload for you.
Oh, 100%. Your day, if I was working and someone called in sick where I used to work, it would ruin my day. I'd be like, I might have to now stay back an hour, 2 hours, whatever. I now have to put pedal to the metal, work a lot harder. This sucks. Like, you put me in such a shit position, especially because I know you're not really sick.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Okay.
That is the worst because in this day and age as well, you have got to be a dumb. You add people on pretty much every social media that you can, and this happened to me. I was like the duty manager at the time. I needed to get 2 boys on for a Friday shift. Oh, Lee, we're really sorry. We're like away and all that. And I was like, God, give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, fair enough. Like, you're a bit young. Like, I get it and all that. I have them on Snapchat and they're like at the fucking footy or like the. I'm like, I would have much rather you just say, Lee, we're going to the footy tonight. I'm sorry we can't work, but we're going to the footy.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that you're going away knowing full well that you have me on these social medias and you're posting all about it. All the classic, no, I'm sick. And then on their Snapchat story or Instagram story, it's them like the night before getting absolutely fucking blind as at the party. It's like, you're not fucking sick. You just hung over.
And don't get me wrong, everyone's had the very crazy hungover sickness, but when you make it a regular thing, we had a girl at our store. I remember she would call in every single week, and it would just piss you off. I think there can be 2 different types. You've got the person who isn't good at their job, but they always show up.
Yeah.
You got the person who, is always sick and all over the place. But you know what sucks? If you've got that person that's super likable but shit at their job and calls in sick, somehow, like the next time they come in, you're like, sorry, you're fine, fuck it, you're all good. We got it done. We got it.
You genuinely give them shit about it as well, and you really roast them.
Yeah.
It's like a friendly roast.
Yeah. But most of the time I look back and I remember, no, you actually did ruin my night. Fuck
yeah.
me.
Mate.
And if you don't like them, you go in hard.
Yeah, you do. You're not nice at all.
I think we had a management at one of our stores where the manager, I shit you not, was putting through TVs and just cashing out every week. Oh, wow. So he'd put in a TV, return it, cash out the money for himself so his till was even. Oh, and he was doing it for a long, long time. And then you've got another one where I think a person I know, these ones are always interesting to me. There can be a lot of workplace relationships or hookups. I feel like a lot of people, depending on the size, that's where you kind of meet people.
Yeah, no,
I know I
definitely
met a couple of hookups and like a girlfriend from work.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
And it can be very, very messy if it ends badly.
Remember that one of the assistant managers when I first started was going out with, I suppose like your top duty manager. And, mate, they were the type of, I would say that they were a pretty good couple.
Yep.
When things weren't well, because he was there the exact same, nights that she was managing. He'd be like, babe, just talk to me. And, she just wouldn't give him the time of day. And you could just, and I was like, oh, this is just not a place that you would want to be. I credit to anyone that's got a workplace relationship. Mate, I don't know how, because, when it's good, it's great. But when it's bad, I feel like, because you're already seeing each other outside of work. So then when you're seeing each other at work as well and there's shit going on, I would be like, just leave me the fuck alone.
I cringe at management who flirt with younger staff who are married.
Yeah, agreed.
That happens all the time. You would never want a rumor going around about you that is he cheating on is she cheating on her husband?
Yeah,
you would hate it.
Oh man, I couldn't think of anything worse.
I think that's horrible. If you're a good husband or a good wife, the question shouldn't even come up.
Yeah, no, agreed.
You're able to have fun with someone and be kind of fun and outgoing, and little flirty bants here and there without being flirty. Actually, the intent's not there. You can make lighthearted jokes.
I will never.
But sometimes it's just
you made me remember. So there was this rep for one of the companies that used to come in to the supermarket I worked at. And I had to make that end display, or if you're
the end.
At Aldi, it's the tables, your weekly specials.
Yeah, when you walk through a supermarket, at the very end of the aisles or the front of the aisls, there's all the specials.
Yeah,
you're building them.
So, anyways, this lady was coming in, and I was like, because I didn't know that she was, and I was like, for fuck's sake, I don't want to fucking do it. It's just more work for me and all that. And she came in, she's like, oh, hey Lee, I'm here and all that. How are you? And I was like, 10 times better now that you're here. And I didn't mean it in a flirty way. I just meant it as in thank fuck you're here because I don't want to do you. Right? But she took it in the way of I was being flirty. She's like, Oh, Lee, I've actually got a husband. I don't think she, and I was like, no, I didn't mean it.
Cringe.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. All I did, man, I was just, I'm just going to the bathroom. Like, I don't, like, I'm calling it a day. Like, just clock out, go home. Like, I didn't mean it that way. I was just really excited that she was there because I didn't have to do the end.
Go to the bathroom, hate wank, and then go home.
Yeah, I was so angry.
But that is, there's, yeah, there's, oh God, I had a mate who was in a workplace relationship secretly for ages, and they couldn't, like, he couldn't reveal it to management because she worked under him, and they had a great relationship that's still strong.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure now they still can't reveal that. And keeping it a secret, the fact they've kept it a secret for so long is,
I feel like that'd be hard as well, because like if I saw my partner and there's like this new guy that comes and he's like, oh, blah blah blah's hot, knowing full well that you're in a relationship with them, how do you keep a straight face?
Yeah, I
can't really be like, oh no, man, she's taken.
Yeah, I find people who it's interesting you say that. I think people who compliment your girlfriend in front while she's there in a really over-the-top way is fucking weird. I remember when I went to an event with a girlfriend and we went to Queensland and she dressed up and I guess had a dress that was real booby.
Yep.
We're walking down the street and some dude's like, mate, your girlfriend's fucking hot. And I was like, wanker.
Yeah.
Like, what a tool. I was like,
yeah.
Well, like, I don't have to fight you. You complimented her.
Yeah,
and I guess I'm a lucky guy. Like, I don't know, but that's like,
how dare you?
That's some beta below beta shit.
Yeah,
And then another time, I actually had a mate who's he's kind of, it was a bit of a like a bikie, and he was pretty a very tough guy. You know how people are like, oh, he's a tough guy. This guy was like full on, say the wrong thing. Hands,
you know about
hands
it.
are getting thrown, like it's dead on. And he went to a club one night, and his girlfriend was out, and I guess she was looking nice. And one of his mates like came up and was like, mate, Cindy's looking great tonight. She looks fantastic. He went, thanks, man. And then like half an hour later, mate, seriously, Cindy's looking like, she's looking fantastic. Look, like, dude,
doesn't
far out, good on you. And he's just like,
end well.
Yep, thanks, man. You reminded me. Hour later comes up.
Oh no, not the hat trick.
Bro, I honestly can't get over how good Cindy looks. Fuck, bro. And he grabs his hand to handshake him. And as he handshakes him, he pulls him in, headbutts him, and just elbows him clean up. And he gets dragged, like the other guy gets dragged up out of the club because no one would touch him because he has like connections, knows them. So like even if he's in the wrong, no one's doing anything.
Game enough. Yeah. Oh no, man, you're fine. Yeah. Have another drink.
Literally.
Do you want a drink? Yeah. You want a dart?
You want my wife? You can take it. I don't just take anything. So then, yeah, I don't know. I think it's disrespectful. And I think if you're doing it in public too, it's just weird to compliment someone's girlfriend in that way.
Oh, I agree.
A normal compliments, mate, Cindy's looking beautiful. Like, you guys are great together. Like, real happy for you. And leave it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't come back twice. Not even a third.
Yeah.
By the third time, it's genuinely like, all right, mate, I get that you want to sleep with my missus.
You're asking for a threesome.
Yeah,
you asked? Yeah,
It's just, yeah.
Workplace dramas they're funny, but fuck, they can.
Well, they are until somehow you get involved in the middle, and like because you get along with like both parties, and all that, and it's like, well, Lee said, and it's like, I didn't fucking say anything. Yeah. The hell? Why am I now the center of attention?
Do you know I once got? I know this was set up in a way. We'll end with this. I went to a nightclub. And there was this girl I hooked up with ages ago, and we were out, and she was having trouble with her new boyfriend, and they ended.
Yep.
And I remember, I don't know the details, but I know it was sketchy. The boyfriend and his mate, which I kind of knew, and another girl wanted a photo with me, and this girl had problems with the girl I hooked up with ages ago. They asked me to be in the photo. I was like, that's weird. Like, we're not that close, but sure. So I just take the photo.
Think nothing of it.
And I'm pretty sure, and this I know this is going to sound confusing, so if you made it to the end, great. But the girl who asked to take the photo was sleeping with her friend's now ex-boyfriend. She wanted to get back at her, so she made it seem like I was somehow great with the group and I was hooking up with her and we're all getting back at this girl directly as a group. Like, we're all talking shit about it. So weird. I'm just like, I'm pretty fucked up. I want to say, hey. You want to go Europe? So I get one of these. Credit to her, it was ballsy. She puts me and this guy in a group message and goes, so which fucking one of you was talking shit? Because I'm getting two different sides of the story. I want to fucking know. And I'm like, I haven't talked to you in like 6 months. And I'm on the come down. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Like, I'm waking up. Like, well, how do you word it? I don't know. I just was tired. I woke up. That's what I meant. And so I was not in the mood for any type of shit. So I just messaged you. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't fucking me. I could not care less what you think. Take it or leave it. But why would I want to do this? And that was it.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you have the truth behind you and you're very direct and short with it and be like, I don't fucking care, you're good.
That happened to me. So that, as you would know, like when we were going out clubbing, there was someone that I was pretty head over heels for, and the chick that I was pretty head over heels for, like, she used to get high quite a bit mentally, like wasn't always quite there. Anyways, there was one night where her best friend, her and I were out, and I was like, oh, it's really nice to meet you. Like, I've heard so much about you. Like,
I remember this. No, sorry. No, I want to save this for the next pod. Right. I want to leave him by just wanting more because I remember this and losing my shit. We're saving it, guys. It is Morokai with 2 eyes. Get ready for a fucking awesome story of just getting involved in girlfriends, boyfriends drama that makes no sense. That's the next one because this story's good.
Thanks. See you in the next one.
Boom.